Look at this concentration of power. The entire apparatus of the American state operates out in the open, clustered together along the National Mall. But gathering your entire command structure in one highly visible location creates a massive singular target. A single nuclear detonation or biological release in this airspace could vaporize the executive, legislative, and judicial branches simultaneously. If the primary focal point of executive authority goes dark in an instant, how does the nation avoid immediate collapse? The answer is a highly classified parallel infrastructure built specifically to catch the government if it falls. It sits roughly 50 miles outside the city limits, buried beneath a seemingly ordinary ridge in rural Virginia. It's called Mount Weather. To guarantee the state survives its absolute worst-case scenario, the true failsafe cannot be a marble monument in the public plaza. It has to be completely invisible.
In the early days of the Cold War, the military's primary strategy for keeping command operations intact relied on extreme geographic distance. They built remote outposts like this. The logic was simple. Put thousands of miles of frozen terrain between critical military operations and Soviet targets. But what works for early warning radar fails for the executive branch. If a missile launch is detected, the president and their cabinet do not have the hours required to safely evacuate to the Arctic. Planners shifted their focus from distance to density. They traded the ice for the Blue Ridge Mountains, seeking out the hardest, thickest rock within a short helicopter flight from D.C. Inside that rock, they built the physical engine for a bureaucratic protocol known as continuity of government. This is frequently referred to as a shadow government, but the reality is strictly logistical. It is a predetermined roster of backup officials, vetted and prepared to step into the chain of command the second primary leadership is compromised. Survival was no longer about outrunning the blast. It was about digging directly beneath it. Past the heavily guarded surface gates of that Virginia ridge, the facility plunges deep underground. Constructing the facility required excavating millions of tons of solid granite to carve out a secure, reinforced void. The result is a multi-level layout housing hundreds of essential personnel indefinitely. The void contains independent power grids and subterranean reservoirs for fresh water. If fallout hits the surface, blast valves seal air intakes, and internal filtration systems immediately scrub and circulate the oxygen. And to actually govern, the bunker is wired with hardened communication networks that connect directly to global military forces. Mount Weather operates entirely on its own. It is a fully autonomous, hermetically sealed replica of the federal apparatus. Back on the surface, the daily legislative operations of Washington proceed in full public view. Beneath the mountains, Mount Weather waits in total, silent readiness. Every debate, every vote, and every executive action taken in the light has a contingency plan anchored in the dark rock. Maintaining this parallel reality requires immense logistical effort and a massive operating budget, year after year, without interruption, which creates a strange paradox. The engineers built a flawless survival mechanism, but its ultimate success is defined by never actually needing to be used. As long as it remains active, America's subterranean shadow government stands as a permanent, sobering reminder. The threat of total destruction is never truly gone.